Hello everybody! Welcome to Purple, Green, and Blue Belt class! So today we're going to be going over lots of different things, and I'm quite excited about it. I've actually built a couple different demonstrations for the kicks that we're going to be doing. The other thing that I really want to work on is pad drilling. Now, here's the thing. With our kicks, with our punches, it's going to be a bit more difficult than usual. Mostly because we have nothing to hit. So I know if you have people at home that can help you with it, feel free to go for it. But also, be aware of your surroundings. Now, I know that you may want to break a lamp or a TV screen, but please do not. Please do not. So, with the kicks, if you feel like, man, I'm not going to be able to do this without kicking my small little brother, don't do it. It's okay, you can come back in on the next kick, or you can do or adjust the kick how you need to make sure you get it done. Now, with all that being said, we're going to get started here. So, to get started, let me talk about how you're feeling right now. Now, I want you to take a moment to think to yourself about how everything, with everything that's going around, how it's impacting you. Take a moment. Now, you may be happy school, maybe out. You may be happy that you can spend more time with your family, but you also may be confused and sad and scared, and trust me, I feel those things too. But the thing that I want you to remember is you're not the only one that feels that way. A lot of people in your household and all over the world feel the same way you do. So that's why I wanted to take a moment to talk about why you should be reaching out to some people in your life and making sure that they're okay too. Let them know that you're thinking about it. Trust me when I say it will go a long way. So to get started, let's get our body moving. So we're going to start out with some high knees. Bring your knees up high as you can. We're going to start it off a bit slower. Don't go too fast. Now, I did see that Penny was in the chat. I'm gonna let you know right now, Penny, slow it down just a tiny bit. Bring your knees up high. Now we're gonna move on to tail kickers. Tail kickers. Now, as a reminder, with our tail kickers, our heel comes back. Now look what happens to my chest as I do that. It leans forward a little bit. This helps to stretch out even more. If I keep my back straight, you probably don't feel much. But as you lean forward, you're able to kick your leg back farther. Are you ready? Go! Tail kickers the best you can. Again, keep it slow. Keep it slow. We're warming our body up. It's snowing outside, at least where I'm at, so it's important that we don't just go 100% into it, because that's how we're going to pull something. All right. Now we're going to move to our outside crescents, or our open the gate. What's important about this one is that we bring our leg to the side first before we open. This will come in handy with all the kicks we're doing today. So look what I do. I take my left leg, I bring it across, and I lift it up. Right leg, lift it up. Now I'm going to keep this on the foot cam for now as I go through, so you can really see it. See how slow I'm doing it. We're not doing these fancy little soccer scissor kick steps. We're going slow. Now we're going to move to our inside crescent. Inside crescent. Inside crescent, I'm going to bring my knee in and over, as if I'm stepping over a box. Another thing that this is called is close the gate. The gate is open, I shut it. Nice. Now, finally, we're going to do some hip circles. Move your hip in a circle, a giant hula hoop. Switch directions. Switch one more time. And switch. All right, let's go as fast as we can. We're gonna go back to our high knees. Are you ready? And go! High knees! And Mrs. Love, feel free to just shout out in the comments if you see it. It's okay, they can hear your voice. A lot of them know you.
Okay.
Tail kickers.
We have Penny and Caleb and Jessica and James and Seth and
Nithra and Provocan. Oh, thank you guys for being here. Now let's move on to our outside crescents. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now we're going to go a little bit faster and go to inside crescents. So, this next time as we go through, I want you to go just fast enough to where you can do one-word conversations. Now, I heard Nithra and her dad in the chat. Try it out. So as we go through the thing, Try to have a conversation with the other person. It may be difficult, but that's the point. If you can have it fluently, then you're not going fast enough. Hip circles. So again, try to have a conversation with the person next to you. If you can do it, you're successful, go faster. Switch directions. If it's hard for you to get more than 1 or 2 words out, you're going at the right pace. You should still be able to speak though. Switch directions. Now, we're gonna go is that speed, I say 75%. Ready? And go! High knees. How's it going, Miss Carrie? Mrs. Love.
You look good through that, Nick. Master Nick.
Well, thank you, Mom. Tail kickers. Outside crescents. 1.
Carrie and Barrett have joined us.
Oh, I'm glad to hear. Inside crescents. This is your time to catch your breath a little bit, because we're gonna go 75% one more time after this. Ready? And hip circles. I don't want to forget the hip circles. Switch directions. Okay. 75%, if you want to take it to 80, you can. I won't push you though. Ready? And go! High knees! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, tail kickers. Ooh, nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, outside crescent. And inside crescents. Now you may see something that's happening, especially if you have a large screen at home. My belt's falling off. Go to your hip circle. If you're wearing a uniform, that is wonderful, you're certainly welcome to. If you are not, that's okay too. But since we're at the house, I want to make sure that you're wearing something comfortable and you're not wearing jeans. Alright. Now, hit your circles the other way. Alright. Now take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Now when I say go, you're going to step back in your guard. Give a moderate key up. Don't make it too loud in your house. Ready? Step back in guard. Ah! Now we're going to do rising kicks on my count. Now as a reminder, you go with what's comfortable. If you're doing this with your parents, they may kick a little bit lower, you may kick a little bit higher, that's okay. So, let me show it off. 1, 2. I'm not going above my knee right now. I'm keeping it below my waist because I can't kick higher than that when I'm cold. Are you ready? And go. Aya! Go! Aya! Go! Aya! Go! Aya! Go! Aya! Go! Aya! Go! Aya! Keep raising it higher and higher. Go! Aya! 2 more. Go! Aya! Go! Aya! Switch your feet. Same thing. Start off low. Get higher and higher. Go! Aya! 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 Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. So before we move on, we're gonna do some basic kicks. I'm not gonna teach them. This is an intermediate level class. We should know what we're doing. But let me show you the steps to them. So we're gonna do a back leg front kick, pushing forward. You go your height, whatever's the best. If you can kick to your chin, go for it. If you can kick to your belt, go for it. Try to keep it at least belt level, though, don't go lower than that. So front kick, step forward, jab, cross, reset, and step back. Stay hopping in your guarding stance. So on my key up, let me do it one more time. Push kick, aya. Ready? And go! Aya! 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 One more time, ready? Go! Aya! All right. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let me ask you a question real fast. You can answer in your head, you can answer out loud. Do we just kick with one leg? Unless we're Bill Superfoot Waltz, the answer is no. We kick with both. So switch your feet. Ready? And go! Kick, step forward. Aya! Go! Aya! Go! Aya! Deep breath in, deep breath out. I got one more combo. One of my favorite combos. Back fist, slide up, side kick. Back fist, slide up, side kick. So let me ask you a question. While you're breathing, while you're getting a drink of water. When we do a back fist, what is our goal with it? What is our goal? Well, to hit somebody, but also to get their hands to raise, to higher up. Because with our side kick, although we can hit to the head, one of the most powerful spots is to the rib. So this whole combo's goal isn't to hit this back fist, but to open up area where you can hit a side kick. So as I go back fist, I move my hand first, I go fast. If they don't block it, they don't raise their hand, then you get a free punch on them, right? But luckily, they'll raise their hand before you slide up and kick. Now before we start kicking, let me show something off. I know you guys know how to do it, but stick with me. When you slide forward, your heel should be facing your target. Your big toe should be facing away, here. So we're going back fist, slide up, side kick. Ready? I'm gonna show my feet first and then I'll switch on the final 5. On my heel, hop up and down, and go! Aya! Go! Aya! Go! Aya! Go! Aya! Grayson, I know you're watching right now. Make sure you keep your hands up. Ready? Go! Aya! One more time. Go! Aya! Now, we're gonna add a jab cross at the end. As I do this back, as I do my side kick, 1, 2. If you see me drop my hands, type in the chat and my mom will yell at me for it. Ready? Hop up and down. Go! Aya! Go! Aya! Go! Aya! Go! Aya! Go! Aya! One more time, the best you can. Go! Aya! Now switch your feet. Take a step back. While I do that, I'm going to fix my belt real fast. You are wearing your belt. Hopefully it's falling off at this point. Now, same thing. Back fist, slide and side kick. No jab cross yet. Ready? And go! Aya! Go! Aya! Go! Aya! Try to leap back after you kick. Ready? Go! Aya! Go! Aya! One more time. Go! Aya! Now, we're gonna do it again. This time, final 5, give the loudest key up that's appropriate for your house. That's appropriate for your house. Don't scream too loudly. Ready? And go! Aya! Oh, and add the jab cross too. Go! Aya! Go! Aya! Go! Aya! Go! Aya! Final one. And go! Aya! Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. I know what you're thinking. Especially you, Samantha. Are we done with the warm-ups? Not quite. We got one more thing. We have to do 15 punches, 15 jumping jacks, ooh, and you know what? 50 punches in a sitting stance. Miss Carrie, is that enough? Not quite? Okay. Here's what we'll do instead. 15 seconds of push-ups, 15 seconds of jumping jacks, and as many punches as you can get in 15 seconds. Now that may be more, and I hope it is. But what I'd rather see you do is do a good push-up, do a good jumping jack, and do good punches in your sitting stance instead of just going fast so you can get 15 done as fast as you can, okay? So 15 seconds on each. 15 seconds on each. So we're gonna start with push-ups. Now, as a reminder for push-ups, put your hands out in front of you, bring it back, do it again. Where does our elbows go? Behind us. If our hands are up here, can my elbows go behind me? No, and that means that I'm gonna do a bad push-up. I've even seen Chodan bows and black belts alike, even I used to do push-ups like this. Because it feels like we're doing it strong, but in reality we're just hurting our shoulders and not helping ourselves improve. So before we do 15 seconds, let's do one solid slow push-up. Hands on the ground, feet back. Slowly lower yourself to the ground. Let yourself hit the ground. If you can't do it without spreading your hands out, you did it wrong. Go up. One more time, slowly lower yourself to the ground. Keep your hands where you're at. And push up. You have 15 seconds to do as many push-ups as you can. Now, I'm gonna start a little bit late because I need to start the timer, but see if you can beat me doing good push-ups. Ready, set, go! It's working, go! Oh! And time's up. I did 19. Now, let's see how many jumping jacks you can get. Getting jumping jack position. I know it's gonna start when I press this. Ready? Go! And time! Ooh. I think I did somewhere in the millions. Did you count, Miss Love?
Yes, it was 5,326.
Now you heard it from the expert. All right, one final time. Sitting stance, punches. Now let me review something. Before we do it, your sitting stance is not here. Your knees need to be bent, your hands need to be by your side, your back needs to be straight. We're not bending over. We're not a chicken trying to eat. Here. Our hands double rotate out. 15 seconds, are you ready? And go! As fast as you can! 4, 3, 2, 1, time! Oh, I am tired. Hopefully you're a little bit tired as well. That was our final segment. So if you need a drink of water, grab it now. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. 10 seconds to go grab a drink of water. If you're not back, that's fine. But I'm gonna start talking about crescent kicks. So we're gonna get there in 10 more seconds. We'll talk about crescent kicks. Whew. Man, I'm a little bit tired. I wish I had some water. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and crescent kicks. Now, I'm going to talk about this in a second, and then we're going to do some crescent kicks. But before we do we have any comments? Mrs. Love?
Caleb and Zeta got 20 push-ups.
Oh, so they beat me?
They did.
Oh, man.
And Owen is having an amazing time. Jessica Bryan said awesome kicks.
Oh, I love it. Hopefully that was for me.
I'm sure.
All right, so let's get started with our crescent kicks now. Now, I have two kind of arrows pointing. You'll see that quite a bit when we go through our kicks. We have two crescents, an inside and an outside crescent. So why do we do an inside or an outside crescent? Well, it's usually because somebody's close on us. Now, keep looking at the camera. I'm actually going to switch to camera 2 real fast. Mrs. Love, come on over. If she's right here,
Oh my gosh.
and I'm going to hit her, get even closer, don't worry. I can't hit her with a front kick right now. Get even closer. She can hit me because she's smaller. I mean, amazing. She can hit me, but I can't hit her with any front kicks. So I need to go where there's space. At the white, yellow, and orange belt class, I talked about space being behind you, which there is. But the two other spaces are to the sides of the head. Especially if you see their hands drop, it makes it easier. An inside crescent is taking the shortest path to your hit. So what's the shortest path using this leg? Think about it. Is it on side A or side B? This is my leg. It's side B. As I lift my leg up, shortest path 2. The longest path will always be my outside crescent. So if it's this leg, the longest path is over here. I can't just raise it up and hit there though. I need to go where there's space, which is to the outside of her body. Damn!
Ow.
Thank you, Mrs. Lott. So going back to these little gifts that I have in here. This is Bruce Lee. He's one of the best martial artists of all time, and you can see a killer inside crescent. You notice that when he does it, he's whipping his hips across. Our power comes from our hips. Now, you're gonna hear me say that multiple times today, because it's true with all kicks and all punches. Now, this other guy over here is doing an outside crescent. And again, the power is with our hips. Our goal is to do a front kick, and then go across and close our hips. So we're gonna start off with kicks, and then we're gonna add punches to it, kind of like how we did our warm-up. So let's get started, shall we? Take a step back, take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Make sure you monitor your space so you don't hit anybody. Let's start with our inside crescent. More specifically, our inside crescent with our right leg or our back leg. As we do this, it's gonna take the shortest path. Meaning, it's just gonna go outside of your body, same way. Then, after we initiate our kick, we're gonna bring our hips and close it. So let's try it in slow motion. Are you ready? Hands up, go. Now go back. Hands up, go. And back. Go. And back. One more time, and go. And back. Now let's try with our front leg. Now, a front leg inside crescent is gonna be a bit harder. And we don't want to just do this, because it's gonna be hard to hit. We're gonna do a slide up inside crescent. We see somebody's hands dropped. We know that if we try to do a round kick or something else, that they're gonna spot the chamber. So we're trying to get as close as we can, so we can hit them. So slide up inside crescent. Remember to monitor your space. Don't hit any small children. Grace, don't hit Max. Owen, don't hit Aiden. Ready, hands up. Go slide. Front leg, move to the side. Shortest distance, hit. Go back, go again. Go one more time. Almost there. One more. Nice. So now we're gonna channel our inner Bruce Lee. We're gonna do 3 back leg crescents and 3 front leg crescents. Now something in martial arts, something in Taekwondo, and well, every sport, every fighting sport, that most people forget. And one of the most important things, it's called follow-up. Follow-up. So after I kick, I can't just stand here and relax, because they're gonna be kicking and trying to punch me. So what follow-up is I hit somebody, and then I continue so they don't have an opportunity to fire back. So as we do our inner Bruce Lee inside crescent, always end with a jab cross. Ready? Go! Aya! Wait for it. Wait for it. Go! Aya! Now hop back. Wait for it. Keep it low if you want to. Don't hurt yourself. Go! Aya! Now slide it inside crescent. Hop up and down so your kicks are smooth. And go! Aya! Go! Aya! Go! Aya! Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now our outside crescent. Now I want to give a reminder on our outside crescent that we're no longer taking the shortest path. We're taking the farthest path. Look at the small camera over here. Instead of bringing it up to my side, I'm going to bring it across my body. So let me ask you, why would you do that? Why would you take a farther path on a kick? Because normally we wouldn't go really fast. Well, it's where we can hit them. I see a lot of people fight like this. So when you raise your leg, they think, oh, they're gonna do a front kick. They drop their hands, and maybe they keep this hand up, and that's fine. Then, as you bring it higher and higher, they don't realize you're gonna do a crescent until you smack them across the face. So our outside crescent takes a little bit of a farther path, but it's the hidden area that normally wouldn't be accessible. And it's one of your best and most advantageous kicks in Taekwondo to sneak a kick in. So let's do the slow motion, outside crescent with your back leg. So bring your knee across, kick, over. One more time, cross, knee, over. One more time, go a little bit slower than I do. Go. Now same thing, we see the opening, our front leg's forward, and we need to slide up and hit him. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a skip switch step. I replace my foot that's in front. I bring it to the outside of my body. The outside being, well, they can see your bottom as you kick. If I go this way, they can't. Close, open. So slide up outside crescent with a switch step. Ready? Go. 1. Let's do the slow motion. Go. 2. 3. Now we're gonna do 3 kicks, Bruce Lee style, with follow-up of a jab cross afterwards. You ready? Back leg first. Go. Aya! Go. Aya! Go. Aya! Slide up crescent. Ready? Go. Aya! Go. Aya! One more time. Go. Aya! Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right, now let's move on to one of my favorite kicks of all time, the hook kick. Now, the hook kick is important. And you'll see lots of different hook kicks here. Because a hook kick is one of your most powerful kicks. And it's a kick that's pretty unique to Taekwondo itself. Not a lot of martial arts do hook kicks. So that's why it's so powerful when we do one. Nobody knows how to fight against it. So today, we're going to talk about 2 hook kicks, but we're not going to do one of them. First is our slide up hook. You can see, with with that guy over there, he's doing his slide up hook. He's not rotating his body, he's just hitting his hook. This is a great sparring kick. It's hard to hit in a real scenario, but it's really good if somebody's not expecting it. Now, a couple things I want to point out as you watch this guy do this slow motion hook. Look what happens to his hips. Exactly what I said with the crescent. Your hips provide your power. It's him opening up his hips that causes that board to break. If you didn't open up his hips, it's kind of like trying to give a high five while keeping your entire arm still. There's just nothing powerful about it. There's nothing that has the impact. Now, the second and final thing that adds power is his rechamber as he tucks his leg back in at the last moment. So I got a trivia question for you. I want to see if you guys can get it correct. Type in chat if you have chat. Shout out to your parents if they're typing. Let me know what kick spawns the hook kick. What kick spawns the hook kick? What kick do you need to do a hook kick? What basic kick? Think about it. It's a side kick. That's why I have a side kick over here. If you saw that, then it was cheating a little bit. It's your side kick out. Oh, round kick, that's a close one. And JD, you're right, side kick. Bringing it across. That's your side kick that brings it across. So we're gonna do 3 slow motion slide up side kicks. So here's what I want you to do first. We're gonna do a slide up side kick, but we're gonna do it slightly off center. So if your target's me on the screen, don't hit my face, hit over my shoulder. I go 1, slide up, my heel's pointed backwards. Side kick, off center. So again, when I say go, we're gonna do the slow motion side kick off center. Ready? Go. Do it one more time. Go. Now as we go through, we need to open up our hips to provide that power. So we're not gonna do the whole kick yet. We're just gonna do wide, slide, side kick off center, open our hips. Freeze it in the center of the screen. See if you can do that. And actually, see if you can hold it longer than I do. Hands up, wide, slide, side kick, open your hips in the center. One more time, wide, side, open. One more time, hold it as longer than I do. There we go. So the final motion is this rechamber. That's what's gonna provide the snap to our kicks. I wish I could snap better. So, right before you're about to hit, you need to bring your knee in so you can really hit with power. So look at me as I do this. Bam! Right before I'm about to hit you through the screen, I rechamber my leg so I can hit with my heel. If you do it fast enough, you should be able to snap your uniform. Ready? Hands up. I'm looking at you, Arwin. Go. Ready? Go. Go. One more time. Go. All right. Just like every kick martial arts, we're gonna switch our feet. Go with our right. We're not gonna break this down solo. We're just gonna go full pace at the start. Ready? Go. Da! Go. Ba! Go. Aya! So I'm gonna add one more thing onto this hook kick because it's one of my favorite things. We're gonna talk about how we use it. If you ever do a sparring class online, I'm not sure how that would work. This is the kick I would talk about. It's called a slide up round into a slide up hook kick. Now this is so powerful because when you raise your leg, you don't know what that kick that person's gonna do. Here, give it a guess. Am I gonna do a round kick or a hook kick? Round kick. Let's do it again, ready? Round kick. One more time. Round, you thought I was gonna do hook there, didn't you? Okay, one more time, ready? Hook. The chamber's the same so you can sneak it. So here's what we're gonna do now. Bruce Lee style, we're gonna go slide up round, get our imaginary opponent used to it. And the second we see him raise their hand for that round kick, hit him with the hook kick. Ready? Step back, hands up. Slide up round first. Go. Go. Now hook and end with the jab cross. Go. Aya! Again, round, round, hook. Go. Round. Go. Round. Go. Aya! Final time. Ready? Go. Ta! Go. Ta! Go. Aya! All right. Final kick of today. Our back kick. Now I got 2 pictures here that kind of shows it off. We're just gonna do a normal back kick today. Don't worry about the arrows up top. The arrows is more for a jump back kick, but it works in the same motion as our typical one. Now here's the thing. When we do our back kick, there's 2 different ways you'll see martial artists do it. And depending on the school you go to, they will do different things. For us, we call them 2 different ways: a turning back kick or a turning side kick. A turning side kick is used for power. It can be used for distance. But the biggest issue with a turning side kick is it can be really hard to pull off sometimes. Mostly because people can trap your leg if they can get close enough. Now, a turning back kick, something that we use to break boards, is more linear. It's faster and you can fire it faster, meaning that you can hit somebody before they even recognize it. And here's the thing, we're gonna watch Conor McGregor do it. That's a spinning side kick. See how he tucks his knee into his chest? And actually it's close to a back kick. It doesn't have as much, it has more power, but it doesn't fire as fast. So we're gonna break this down really slowly. We're gonna do a couple, and then hopefully at the end, we're gonna do a turning back kick, or a stepping turning back kick. Whoop. All right, so back kick. Let's start off slowly and talk about our turn. Now our turn is here. I'm gonna take my chest and rotate it back. Take my chest and rotate it back. Now, my feet don't move. Do not move your feet. Hands up, keep your feet where they're at, turn back. Now here's the difference between a turning side kick and a turning back kick. Tap your back leg for me, or the leg that's farthest away from the computer screen. That's the leg we're kicking with. A turning side kick, I tuck my knee in for a side kick, my shoulders open up, and I throw my kick. I get a lot of rotational power into it. But Mrs. Lotz, come on over here real fast. I want you to start to walk towards me, okay? Just walk towards me slowly. Go for it. Yeah, I wasn't able to hit her. So here's what we do instead. Walk towards me again. Instead of turning all the way around, I fire the second my foot is lined up with my chest backwards. So hands up, do it again with me. Turn, tap your back leg. Bring your knee up without turning your shoulder too much. Kick back. We're missing one thing. We forgot to look. So hands up, turn, look over your shoulder. The shoulder with the leg that you're kicking with. Now point your elbow. Don't turn the shoulder, keep it there. Rub your knees together. Kick. One more time. Kick. So we're gonna do it slow motion. Are you ready? Go. 1. Ready? Go. 2. One more time. Ready? Go. 3. Final time. Slow as you can. See if you can go slower than me. And go. Okay, what number of fingers I was holding up? Did you look? It's 4. Oh, did my mom ask that question? I can't see who asked.
That was Dick.
Oh, oh, I knew. Okay. So, that's our back kick. Let's do it slow motion one more time. Hands up, rotate, kick. Hands up, rotate, kick. Final time, hands up, rotate, kick. Now we're gonna work on the step. Now with the step, there's 2 different ways to do it. One, if I'm going really, really fast and I want to cheat. One, the proper way. So let me show you the cheat way first. Put your hands up. Our cheat way looks like this. I step through and turn my back on one single step. Try it out. Step through, rotate. One more time. Step through. Take the foot that you didn't step with, rub your knees together, kick. It's cheating. It's too easy, but there's a reason why we don't do it. So ready? Hands up. Step through, knees together, kick. 2 more times. Step through, knees together, kick. Final time. Step through, knees together, kick. So, I want to ask you the question, why don't we do the cheat way? Now, if you're with a family, talk about it with each other. See if you can find the correct answer. I'm going to tell you in a second. Think about it. Think about it.
Owen says this is fun.
Oh, I'm glad to hear, Owen. So why don't we do the cheat way? Why don't we do the cheat way? Well, let me show you. So, my hands are up. If I step through and I turn like this, what kick do I have to do? A back kick. I don't do the cheat way, especially in sparring, because it's basically telling my opponent, guess what I'm doing? And that's a huge issue, especially when a sparring match is just a giant chess match with kicks and punches. You don't want to ever give your opponent the insight of what kick you're doing. If somebody tries to step into do a back kick and they turn their back like this, I'm going to do one of 2 things. I'm either going to rush him down and punch him in the face, or the second I see him step back, I'm just going to go, okay, you keep doing your things, and it'll never hit me. And if you've been in a sparring match before, you've probably seen that happen, where somebody starts to turn and you're just like, okay, you keep turning, I'm not going to mess with you right now. Or you try to do a kick and then you land it and you're like, Where am I? Where is he? Why didn't that hit? So, what we actually want to do is step forward as if we were gonna do any other kick. From this step, I can do a front kick, I can do a side kick, I can do punches. I can do whatever I want. But today, we know what we want to do. We're gonna step forward, then rotate into our kick. So hands up, look at me.
And Nanya says it's because it's powerful. That's hers.
It can be a lot more powerful too, because we have more spinning into it. So take a step forward. Here, do it again. Step forward, make sure it's normal. Rotate, elbow, kick. Now you're gonna show me how powerful it is. On my go, step forward normally. Rotate, kick. Make sure your foot is up and down. Ready? And go. Aya! Woo! I lost bounce there. Go. Aya! Go. Aya! Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. I know I went a little bit slower at the end. We were standing and talking because long class, and I know since it's snowing, your house is pretty hot right now, most likely. Our windows are fogging up. So, to end class, I wanted to do pad drill, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I ran out of time. So I guess we're gonna have to do pad drill and forms next week or something like that. But for the last 3 to 4 minutes, I want to talk to you guys about any questions or comments you have. It could be about online training, it could be about me, it could be about Mrs. Luft, Master Luft, please keep calm. Anything you would like. If you didn't sign up online via the portal, please do. Please do. That way, when you come back to class, you guys can get your stripes. Now, one more thing about stripes. You guys are working in blue belts. It's not as simple as attending this class. It can be. For example, like the white stripe is one, where if you attend a class, the brown stripe is another one. But another really big ones that we can't just have you do the class and get them is the blue stripe, the yellow stripe, the black stripe. So the blue stripe is forms. If you want to get your form stripe, you can practice with us on the live stream, come to the live stream, but then you have to send your individual team leader a video of you doing your form. That individual team leader is Nick Spears. If you're at UMAC, it's me. You get to send me your videos. Black stripe, the same. You have to demonstrate all your black stripe kicks, which is back leg side, we didn't do that one today, 7 turning back, outside and inside crescent, and slide up hook kick. Everything we did today. So if you take a video of everything you did, you do all the kicks well, you do them with power, do them Bruce Lee style, you get your black stripe. And then finally, your yellow stripe, doing your pad drill. Hopefully, coming up here when we do our pad drill class, I kind of want you guys to work on it with your parents. I'm going to maybe do a parents before class to teach them how to hold. If your parents are actively participating with you, it'd be switching back and forth. That way you're able to show off your pad drill and do your things with that. Otherwise than that, we'll let you know how you can send those videos in. Will there be stretching in classes? Yes. There will be stretching in classes. I didn't do too much today because I had a lot to get through. Feel free to stretch before class as well.
The family class yesterday was a stretching class that they could review.
Exactly right. And if you do need a stretch, do a stretching class with Master Luft yesterday. When is our test? Okay, that's one I can't answer to you yet. Hopefully at the same time, but it definitely depends on what's announced in the next couple days. We're kind of at will of the government in terms of what we're doing. So if nothing else changes, hopefully same time, or it'll be pushed back most likely a week, but in the same sort of thing. All right, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm gonna end the video there. You're welcome to participate in Brown and Red, but I'm gonna warn you, it's gonna be a lot harder than the things we just did. I hope you have a great rest of